This is Eagle 102 KJFM, Louisiana Bowling Green. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school softball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM Radio app. Now to the diamond for high school softball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good afternoon, and welcome to softball on Eagle 102. Mark Fronick, Maddie Ingram. Here at Bowling Green High School. Got a little reverb here going. Let's take a break. Start the pregame show next on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by All Parts, Eagle's Nest Inn, Bed and Breakfast, and Sun Window Company.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
It's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Pike County Title Company has been serving Pike County, Missouri and the surrounding area with a proud tradition of excellence since 1893, providing outstanding service and a smooth real estate transaction. And now with 2 locations, Bowling Green off Church Street and now in Louisiana off 4th Street. Pike County Title Company.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Our agency is currently looking to hire multiple positions: RNs, LPNs, CNAs, physical therapist assistants, and breastfeeding peer counselor, all from full-time to part-time to contracted. Please visit our website at www.pikecountyhealth.org for more information and to apply online.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Rick Rodhouse, Country Financial Agent, Noah Builders, and Central State Bank of Illinois.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome to Bowling Green. Getting ready for softball this afternoon. Between the Bowling Green LadyCats and the Silex Lady Owls, Mark Fronick, Maddie Ingram here at Bowling Green High School. And Maddie, these are a couple of teams coming off 12-2 ball games. Silex, who sports an 8-6 record, beat Wright City 12-2 the other day. But Bowling Green, who's 9-3, picked up a 12 loss at Liberty.
Yes, and Liberty is one of those teams that has definitely made an impact on some of our area teams, their schedule. So Silex was actually one of those teams that faced Liberty. They also had a really tough time with them, and it's a team that can hit the ball. And so Bowling Green has to do some bouncing back, but I'm sure that Silex is feeling pretty high right now, taking down a big EMO conference opponent and 10 runs.
So it's Bowling Green and Silex. We'll talk more about it with our keys to the game for you after this on Eagle 102.
Game coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, Brown's Auto Body Services, and Kearns Construction.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lensheritage.com.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Another sports season is upon us, and Knight Equipment in Bowling Green would like to wish the best of luck to all area athletes, on and off the field, serving Bowling Green and the surrounding areas since 1945.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate in Louisiana.
Our keys to the game for this matchup between Bowling Green and Silex as they get ready to actually exchange lineup cards, so we may go a little early today.
Yeah, we might, but some of our keys to the game, I think one of the big things for Bowling Green right now is they've faced a lot of errors over the last couple of games, and they've been able to pull out a couple of wins and some quality games, but there's been a lot of errors, and this is a team that when you're playing Silex, you're not going to want to be making those errors against them because they're going to be capitalizing. They have a good offense. They run the bases well, and they're quick, so that's going to be tough. You want to limit those errors today if you're Bowling Green.
Yeah, and for Silex, I think they can't get too nervous about who they're facing across the diamond today.
Yeah, and there's a lot of underclassmen who have stepped up into some big roles, and I had the opportunity to speak with Coach Prowley today, and she was talking about how these kids, they're no longer just freshmen. You can tell that they have some experience under their belt. They've played in some big situations already. They're hoping that they can execute today and just forget about the name on the jersey, go out there and play softball.
Those are our keys to the game. We'll have starting lineups for you next on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Craig's Truck and Tractor, and Woods Smoked Meats.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Pepsi Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Clarbrun Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Product and Smoke Prices Family Drug.
The 2 startups on KFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starting lineups for this ball game between the Silex Lady Owls and the Bowling Green Lady Cats. First for the Silex Lady Owls, coached by Rebecca Prowley. They'll lead it off with the center fielder, number 10, Sarah Weatherford. Then the designated player, number 11, Morgan Kunch. Shortstop in the 3 spot, number 2, Abigail Mooney. Then the first baseman, number 1, Austin Van Horn. That's the cleanup spot. Then the 5 hole goes to the catcher, number 17, Carrington Morris. Left fielder bats 6, number 5, Haley Grunewald. Pitcher in the 7th spot, number 23, Rylan Harris. Third baseman bats 8th, number 22, Maddie Isom. And the right fielder in the 9th spot, number 13, Rylan Jensen. Flexing at second base will be number 8, Kenzie James. For the Bowling Green Lady Cats, they're coached by Craig Smith. They'll lead it off with the shortstop, number 6, Liv Dawson. Then the first baseman, number 23, Delaney Feldman. Third baseman bats third, number 7, Sid Charlton. Then the catcher, number 20, Lily Bowen. Batting 5th is number 5, the second baseman, Avery Gamm. Then the designated player, number 2, Carly Dean. Pitcher in the 7th spot, number 0, Megan Graver. Then the left fielder, number 3, Hayden Chandler. Center fielder bats 9th, number 10, Brooke Hickerson. And flexing in right field will be number 11, Clara Bailey. Those are your starting lineups. We'll have the first pitch of this ball game coming up after this on Eagle 102.
Game of coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Bibb and Collier Homes and Kayla Polwell, certified financial planner with Edward Jones.
Royal Bank, or community bank, with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 312-1500 today. Royal Bank, Missouri. EIC Opportunity Lender.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana is back, now operating under new ownership. The Eagles Nest Inn B&B is happy to once again provide a charming and inviting lodging experience for your family, friends, and business guests. For reservations, visit eaglesnestinbb.com or call 573-725-5188. Looking forward to serving. The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Louisiana.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe and a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
I'm Ashley Jenkins. Let's talk about your auto, home, and life needs.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Back at Bowling Green. Getting ready for the LadyCats and the Lady Owls of Silex. Mark Hunnick, Maddie Ingram. Let's check the defense for Bowling Green across the outfield. It's Hayden Chandler in left, Brooke Hickerson in center, Clara Bailey is in right. Sid Charlton's the third baseman, Liv Dawson at short, Avery Gamm at second base, and Delaney Feldman at first. Lily Bowen behind the plate, and Megan Graver finishing up her warm-up tosses for this conference battle in the EMO.
Should be a great game, and these two teams have been near the top of the EMO conference the last couple of years. It's been a one-run ball game the last couple of years as well between these two teams, so it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top.
Weatherford will lead things off. She's the center fielder. Will bat from the left-hand side.
Bowling Green is one of the only defenses that we see that really has that big slap defense shift. And usually it's that second baseman, Avery Gam, being pulled in just in line with the pitcher, Graver.
Pulled back on a bunt attempt for ball one.
They did check the swing. It was a little late, but they checked the swing.
And this one is hit to the shortstop. Dawson up with it. Throw is wild. Comes back onto the field of play, and it'll be a leadoff single. I think she was going to beat that one out regardless.
Yeah, as I mentioned in the pregame, Silex has a lot of speed, and if they can use it well, especially targeting maybe not as strong of an arm, they're going to be able to get on base, and they're going to be successful that way.
That'll bring in Morgan Kuntz, the designated player. And, ooh, that was coming up toward the eyes and had to bunt it away out of self-preservation. That's good hand-eye coordination, especially when the ball is going toward your eye.
We've talked defensive bunt, but how about defensive swing? This one's bunted back as well.
0-2. And she'll have to switch it off here. Kuntz wears number 11. Silex in their black tops, trimmed in green, white pants, the black and green socks. And that one is swung on and missed, a strikeout. First of the afternoon for Megan Graver.
Going to have to watch the upstairs, as that's where Megan likes to go, and they're going to have to lay off.
That one is ripped down the line, but foul. Over the third baseman for strike one, as Mooney was up there swinging on the first pitch.
She's a double threat. She has power and she has speed. She has good softball smarts, so she's a tough player to get out.
Graver comes back into the middle of the circle. And the 0-1 pitch is hit in the air and out of play. Coach Prawley gave it a look. Sid Charlton gave it a look. But it lands outside the fence just beyond the Silex dugout. Home dugout on the first base side. Silex on the third base side. And the 0-2 pitch to Mooney is fouled off. Fought off a off-speed pitch there, low and away.
Being strong with 0-2, she stepped out of the box and just reached her hands to get that outside corner, as I think she was kind of fooled as to what pitch was coming.
Another 0-2 with a runner on first and one out, and that is a ball.
Good eye and a tough take.
Graver taking time between pitches today. A 1-2 pitch. That one popped up mile high on the infield. Gam wants it, and behind the circle, she makes the catch for the second out. So 2 away for Austin Van Horn. So that leadoff single standing at first base still. As they are pretty cognizant of the throwing arm of Lily Bowen. That one catches the inside corner for strike one to Van Horn.
Van Horn has filled into her role at first base nicely, and obviously batting fourth, so has some good things going for her.
Fouled back to the screen quickly, 0-2.
That was a hit and run situation.
Yeah.
Van Horn has a .351 batting average on the year.
Weatherford going again, and a swing and a miss sends the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Megan Graver. We've played a half inning, no score. Bowling Green coming up on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by MASH, Pike County Glass, and Hayden's Motorsports Center.
With 14 stores across Missouri and Illinois, La Crosse Lumber Company provides lumber, quality products, and service to homeowners, builders, DIYers, and more. With some of the top brand names in the business available, La Crosse Lumber has what you need for your next project. Stop into any location for a free estimate before you start your next build. La Crosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
To the bottom of the first, set the defense for Silex. Haley Grunewald's in left, Sarah Weatherford in center, Rylan Jensen is in right. The third baseman's Maddie Isom, Abigail Mooney at short, Kenzie James at second base, and Austin Van Horn at first. Carrington Morris behind the plate, and Rylan Harris taking her warm-up tosses ahead of the bottom of the first inning. Couple of strikeouts after the leadoff infield hit, and no damage done for Bowling Green in the top of the inning.
Rylan Harris is in the circle for Silex, and she's had a majority of the innings for the Owls this season. She has 58.2 innings pitched. She has 42 strikeouts that she's racked up. Her ERA is 2.506, so it's going to be a tough performance for the offense for Bowling Green today, as they know that coming in, that she's going to be their workhorse.
Liv Dawson will lead things off. Dawson will bat from the right or left-hand side. She wears number 6. She's the shortstop.
Last week she was the hero in the extra innings ball game against Palmyra. She had a single up the middle to give her team the victory.
And the first pitch to her from Harris is offered at for strike one. Bunt attempt, didn't pull back. Dawson, Feldman, Charlton, if anyone gets on, Bowen will bat in the bottom of the first inning. The next from Harris to Dawson is ripped foul over the batting cage and into the baseball bullpen.
She has a lot of power on that right side, and the other day you saw the right fielder being pushed way back, playing near the fence, just because she beat a right fielder, cleared the head of the right fielder.
Outside, wasn't chasing. Two strikes. To Dawson.
Silex also in that slap defense.
That one slapped back to the screen. Still a ball and 2-strike count. Dawson's a junior. Harris, long look at the wristband. Now she comes set, winds and fires, and this one is popped up and caught. No, dropped by the catcher, Carrington Morris. She tried to trap it between her knees after it slipped out of her glove, but
she did, and that would have been a trick play, and so just was unable to turn her back and get underneath that ball the way that she probably should have, but still a good effort. And anytime a catcher is going down the line to try to make that play, any communication from the first baseman is welcome.
That one bounces beyond the catcher, a 2-2 count. So quite a little battle here between Dawson and Harris. Rylan looks at her wristband, now is set for the 2-2 pitch. And again, rip foul out of play, and that one ricochets around.
Good battle by Liv Dawson, and she's at the top of the lineup. This is exactly what you want to do, and we have a showing of all the pitches that Harris has just in this one at bat.
8th pitch of the at bat coming up, and that one goes back to the screen, and the count goes full.
Trying to get that pitch on the outside to work and just running on her a little bit.
Yeah, she's bounced it 3 times. And the 3-2 pitch. Again, fouled off. Look out.
She's got quick hands, turns on that inside pitch pretty well. Can understand why Harris is trying to work that outside piece, especially with as well as Dawson's turning on the inside.
Checks her wristband again. Pitch number 10 at the at-bat, and that one is fouled off. We'll do it again.
In a tough position as well as when this count is 3-2, you really don't have a whole bunch of room to work. Those waste pitches are out the window.
Set for another 3-ball, 2-strike pitch. That one is ripped, and that's going to go past the right fielder and all the way to the wall. Dawson's going to run for a while. Around second, here's the relay. The throw to third is late with a headfirst slide. A leadoff triple for Liv Dawson, and Bowling Green in business here in the bottom of the first inning. Feldman will dig in.
She's had a really impressive year as well and has been great offensively for the Bobcats. She's way up on the plate.
All the way up, all the way in. She's a true lefty. And the ball goes back to the screen. Dawson not going from third. 1 ball, no strikes. And she just does not have that outside pitch working yet.
No, and it's not fun to try to find that pitch, especially with the speed at third base. If that ball's continuing to run on you, that ball gets away from your catcher, a run comes across the score.
2-0. Is that best? Wind is blowing to left.
What Feldman's doing, though,
fouled off,
is she's forcing Harris to try to use that pitch on the outside as close as she is to the plate. So she's saying, come in, hit me if you have to, right? Because she's putting her elbows over the position of the plate. She's really making a statement here, trying to make Harris throw to that outside.
That one fouled off. Ooh, off the facade of the Silex dugout above the heads of the girls on the rail. 2-2. That's all that Delaney's going to do if that ball does touch the inside corner. 2-2, reaching. That one fouled off.
That pitch tried to find the outside a little bit more, and Feldman swinging with 2 strikes spoiled it.
Runner at third base, nobody out. Delaney Feldman at 2-2 count against Rylan Harris. The pitch up and in, and the count goes full.
2 full counts in a row, and
2
both batters, seeing quite a few pitches.
Payoff pitch, fouled back to the screen. She just got a piece of that one. Stays alive.
And runner at third base is Liv Dawson, so some speed. She led the game off with a triple to right field.
Long look into the wristband. Now Harris's 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. That's the first out and the first strikeout for Rylan Harris as Feldman goes back to the dugout, brings in Sid Charlton.
That pitch had something taken off of it, and I think that was effective because she did go up in the zone, which is not normally where you're expecting that off-speed pitch, especially with that bat that Feldman just had.
That one hit to the opposite field, under it, and dropping it is the right fielder, Rylan Jensen. Run comes in. That'll be an error, but it's 1-0 Bowling Green here in the bottom of the first inning.
That sun is tough to battle in right field, and it's just another example of that. If you don't play here often, you're really going to have to be battling. No sunglasses, no visor or anything. So Jensen was just kind of dancing along with the sun. Ended up losing it at the last minute on an easy fly.
So Charlton doesn't get the RBI, but Bowling Green does get the lead. And a pitch outside to Lily Bowen for ball 1. She's the catcher. Where's number 20? And the throw back to first after that one missed. Gets away, but Charlton will stay put. 2-0.
Kind of a handcuff from Morris to Van Horn. Just a low throw, but couldn't get around it, and that's why that ball was booted towards the first base dugout.
That one hit out of play on the first base side.
That must have been her pitch with 2 balls in the count. She was swinging.
You you saw the same thing with Delaney Feldman. She got ahead in the count, 2-0, and then fouled one off. This one grounded up the middle. Oh, what a play by the second baseman, James, and that's a double play. 4-6-3 on the twin killing, and Bowling Green only gets one. They lead this ball game 1-0. Silex coming up in the second on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by J. Roberts Jewelry, Pike County Title Company, and Gambino's Eatery.
On every journey, you should enjoy peace of mind. I'm Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We take pride in keeping you protected. That's why we offer discounts for good students, safe driving, and more. Trust us to look out for the road ahead. For a free insurance quote on your home, auto, farm, or ATV needs, give myself or
Shelley Clucky
a call today. Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, State Farm agents, Pepsi, and Ackles Farm Market.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Top of the second inning comes around, and it'll be Morris, the catcher, to lead things off. Then Grunewald and Harris. If anyone gets on, Maddie Isom will bat in that number 8 spot for the Silex Lady Owls, who trail Bowling Green 1-0, but what a double play again, started off by Kenzie James.
Yeah, that one hopper definitely had some heat to it. She was able to get there, and Abigail Mooney was able to cover and turn that double play pretty quickly.
Strike called to Carrington Morris. 0-1 the count. And the next on its way, and that one is inside out and in foul territory. Feldman will make the grab for the first out. Little looping liner. And that'll bring in Grunewald, the left fielder.
She's batting .400 this year. On base percentage is .520, and she's doing pretty well whenever it comes to her at bats, and getting quite a few this year. Doing her job for the Silex Lady Owls.
Takes a ball low and in to start her first at bat of the afternoon. Pitcher Harris on deck, and that one's fouled toward the shin of Harris, and she was able to get it out of the way. A 1-1 count.
That's your pitcher over there.
Yeah,
watch
you gotta
out.
Protect your pitcher. So Grunewald shakes that off, digs back in. 1-1 count. Graver back from the back of the circle, now delivers. That one low and in. 2 balls and a strike.
Bowling Green's defense talking about it, doing a little bit of a shift.
That one back with us, right above our heads. And a nice one-handed grab there from Jerry Hickerson. 2-2 the count. Thank goodness the sandwiches were in the left hand. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and the base is empty. And that is just a bit low. Pretty good 2-2 pitch.
Good framework from Lily Bowen.
The payoff pitch. That one just nubbed over the backstop and over the Silex dugout. Deepest count we've had for a Silex batter. Now 6 pitches deep. 3-2 count. Pitch number 7 at the at-bat on its way, and that one's low and in, and it's a walk. Second base runner for the Lady Owls.
Sitting near the bottom of the zone quite a bit today, and that pitch is something that she's wanting those batters to swing at, especially with as much as she's gone upstairs, and so trying to get them to bite both high and low just didn't work out. So putting a base runner on.
And a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Harris. 0-1 the count.
I feel like some of the Silex hitters are a little bit out on that front leg, almost as if they're anticipating the speed.
Bunted at the first baseman. Feldman up with it. The only play is to first base. That one goes 3-4 on the put out at first. And the sacrifice is good. Down to second is Grunewald. But there's 2 away. Hoping for a 2-out hit from Maddie Isom. And this one is again to the first baseman in foul territory. Looping liner, grabbed by Feldman, and the inning comes to an end. Silex leaves their second runner aboard, still trail Bowling Green 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Bill Allen Auction Services, and Knight Equipment Company.
When you're looking for a taste of Italy in Pike County, visit Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana, just a block from the riverfront on 3rd and Georgia. Create your own pasta dish. Experience the Gambino family recipe meatballs in a toasted garlic bun. Or enjoy some Italian wine with friends while indulging in cannoli dip with cinnamon sugar chips. Italian-American cuisine that's sure to tantalize your taste buds. Gambino's Eatery, 3rd and Georgia, downtown Louisiana.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Bottom of the second inning here from Bowling Green. LadyCats lead Silex 1-0. It'll be Gam, Dean, and Graver for the Bowling Green LadyCats here in the home half of the second inning.
So 5, 6, 7. Trying to turn that into a run. They were able to do it last inning and put one out on the board.
They had a chance for a big inning last inning.
They did.
But had the good play.
Kinsey James put that to rest.
So Gam will lead things off out of the 5 spot. Wearing number 5, and the first pitch to her is outside for ball 1. The next is hit toward the gap. Moving over on it is Weatherford, and she makes a catch in front of Rylan Jensen for the first out.
That was really close, and so good communication by the senior Sarah Weatherford, but Bout had a collision out there.
And it'll bring in Carly Dean, the designated player, wearing number 2. On the back of those pinstriped Bowling Green uniforms. She takes a ball. Graber on deck. Dean in open stance and fouls that one back. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and the base is empty. Dean back in. Back foot forward, front foot back. And she takes a strike on the inside corner. Now she's down on the count 1-2. That is a pole stance. Set up outside. They hit the target, but it's too far outside, 2-2.
We've seen a lot of open stances come into softball, especially over the last couple of years. And I think especially if you watch hitters at the collegiate level, a lot of those open stances. They were saying a hitter?
Yeah, she thought it was ball 4.
I was like, are they saying a hitter? We're just confused. Okay. Yeah. But
I do like that bad.
I do too. The issue with some of those open stances at times is where your foot lands. When you're stepping back into the box, if you're staying wide open, that inside can sometimes eat you up.
Mm-hmm. And now it's ball 4. First walk issued by Harris. And they'll bring in Megan Graber.
I think that was probably one of the most embarrassing feelings. You were a hitter and you were like, oh no, it's ball 4, and I ran all the way to first base and you're telling me it's not?
My bad.
I'd like to stay here, please.
Graber called a strike. Aiden Chandler on deck. 1 on, 1 out. Fly out to center and a walk, and that one up high.
Flash bunt.
Yeah, they had Dean way off first base, but no one there to cover the throw.
Looking to do a little bunt and run.
Almost looked like a pitch out. The 1-1, a little bit low. Oh, called a strike. Late strike call, 1-2.
Pitcher versus pitcher battle here. Graver would like to help herself.
Outside, 2-2. Now the snap throw back, and back in safely is Dean at first. 1 out, 1 on, and a 2-2 count to Megan Graver. Wearing number 0. Swing and a miss, and she got her second strikeout by Harris so far in this ball game, and now Chandler will need a 2-out hit. Growing up,
she looks a lot like her sister.
Well, yeah. I was going to speak to some experience here. Zeros were okay. Like those people, you know, you had a type, they were okay people. Double zeros, I couldn't get along with that. There was something about every double zero. This one ripped past the shortstop, and that'll advance the runner 1 base. Now there's 2 on with 2 out on the single by Hayden Chandler.
It's a good shot, and that's exactly what they need right now to try to extend the inning, because now you're going to be able to turn this line over, possibly with Hickerson coming to the plate in the 9 spot.
So Brooke Hickerson will try and get the 2-out RBI here. A lot of them using that bat. All red from.
Do you think they're just sharing it, or do you think they have their own?
I think they're sharing it. That one on the corner for strike 1 to Hickerson.
Definitely a pitcher's zone. Has some range to it.
Yeah, they're giving them the outside corner. The umpire is set up to the inside corner. That's usually when you can get that pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Hickerson.
Good spin work from the pitcher, Harris. But I think that last strike called put Hickerson in the position to have to swing.
Set up out there again. And that one bounced off the catcher. They're going to throw back to first, and she is safe.
Oh.
The tag was high. I think that's the home plate umpire's call. Ball and 2 strikes. The field umpire is all the way over behind the shortstop and made that call.
Home plate was definitely the closest, but
and
I
had
think
a better angle.
Yeah, and I think in a situation like that, they were looking to throw to second, and not everyone throws back to
Swing
first.
And a miss. Got her second strikeout of the inning. Bowling Green leaves 2. Still leads this ball game 1-0 as we head to the 3rd on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, the Mercantile Bank, and Pepsi.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
On your way to cheer on your local teams, make Woods Smoked Meats your first stop to stock up on all your favorites. Pork burgers, brats, steaks, and more. Woods Smoked Meats, Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock Agent, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
We go to the 3rd inning. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters for Silex. Rylan Jensen, then back to the top for Sarah Weatherford and Morgan Kuntz. Of the three of those, only Weatherford has gotten on base so far, which led off the game. There's a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Jensen.
Jensen is attempting a slap from the left-hand side.
That's a lot of bow coming out the back of that helmet as she fouls it back off the camera collection behind the home plate. 0-2.
Cameras and zip ties.
No balls, 2 strikes. They come in at second. That one's taken up high. And the 2-1 is lifted into center field, and the right fielder comes over, and Clara Bailey makes the catch for the first out.
Good job by Clara Bailey. She had a good read on it as soon as it came off the bat. She's also battling the sun, was able to shift over to center field because there was a little bit of shift in the outfield. She's able to make the catch.
That'll bring us back to the top for Weatherford, who reached on a hit her first time up, and that one was right back toward us, but hits the screen for strike 1. Legged one out in the top of the first inning.
She's had some speed, and she knows how to use it.
Rechanneling top there.
Yeah.
This one hit to center, and it'll get down just beyond the outreached arm of the shortstop behind second base, and that's Weatherford's second hit of the ball game.
2 singles, and that's exactly what you want from the top of the lineup, especially with the offense that you have behind her. If you can get her on, you're going to try to push her around to score.
Silex has 2 hits. They're both from the leadoff batter, and this one is fouled on a bunt attempt.
That was close.
Never was signaled by the home plate umpire.
It ran right down that line. Good job by Sid Charlton to wait until it crossed over into foul territory. Touched it immediately after that.
0-1 the count to Kuntz, who struck out her first time up. This one bunted again to the third baseman. This time it's fair, and the sacrifice is good. 5-3 or 5-4 on the putout.
It's a great bunt, and it's exactly what you want from Kuntz. And so putting it down that third baseline, as soft as it was coming, there was no way that you're going to get that play at second base with the speed of Weatherford.
Second 1-out sacrifice bunt. So now it takes a 2-out hit to try and tie this game, and Mooney fouls it back to the screen for strike 1. She popped to the second baseman, right behind the circle, about 2 miles high, her first time up. 0-1, fouled back to the screen, 0-2. Yeah, that camera's not going to survive.
Putting it into the camera. So many foul balls straight back at it today.
I own 3 of those, and it's not mine, so that's a good thing. Up high. Ball and 2 strikes.
You're learning about the durability of your camera by watching this one.
It's more the way they have it set up.
Yeah.
Outside its protective barrier.
Protective
1 and 2.
barrier.
And that one taken low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Lily Bowen hopped up pretty quick there. I think she was thinking that was going to be strike 3.
Mooney steps back in. Graver. A long walk to the center of the circle. Now rears back and delivers. Swing and a miss. Got her on that one. And that is the first strikeout of Mooney. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Silex leaves a runner in scoring position and still trail Bowling Green as we head to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Lady Cats on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Ackles Farm Market, LaCrosse Lumber, and Meyer Implement Company.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Liv Dawson will lead things off here in the bottom of the third inning. She's 1 for 1 with a triple and a run score. That's the only run that's crossed in this ball game.
Yeah, and Liv really got things started, and I thought she had a fantastic at-bat and was able to work and get the pitch she wanted. And as I mentioned, while she was at the plate, she has some power to that right side of the field, and so she showed that, and it was in her favor to get that triple.
That was an 11-pitch at-bat and took the 11th one on a liner to the corner. Went all the way around to third. A great head-first slide at the end of it, too.
It got quickly to the corner as well.
Yeah.
Ball was hit hard.
And the first pitch of her second at-bat is a strike called. Pulled back the bunt. Interesting, when the LadyCats came off the field after the last half inning, Coach Matt Jane, the assistant, this one's flared up the middle for a base hit. Second hit of the day for Liv Dawson. He pulled the outfielders aside and was talking to them. I think it was about positioning. That's what it looked like, the way he was pointing his arms.
He does
So
a
we'll
really.
see.
I think he does a really good job, especially with communicating with his athletes. We see it on the baseball field as well, and that's just another one of those situations. They're not going to probably just do it by themselves without learning it first, so that's just another one of those situations.
Bunted back to the pitcher. They'll go to first with it. They're going to try and get her all the way to third. The throw there, it gets away, and she's going to score again. The ball goes out of play. She's awarded the next base, and it's 2-0, and Liv Dawson making things happen.
Whenever she gets on, she has so much speed. She's putting pressure on you, and I think it's smart by Coach Craig Smith to send her. If you're putting that pressure on the defense, they have to make the throw. They have to make the play, and they know they're going to have to be quick with the speed that Dawson has.
So 2-0 in favor of the LadyCats. And Dawson scored them both. That one fouled out of play by Sid Charlton, 0-1. So now base is empty with 1 out. Sacrifice by Delaney Feldman. Dawson didn't stop at second base, ran through it. The throw, a good throw would have got her.
Yeah.
But gets away and actually bounces out of play, and Dawson awarded home plate. That one missed, 1-1. The next, this one grounded to the second baseman. James up with it. Ooh, throw is wide, and a great stretch from Austin Van Horn for the second out. 4-3 on the putout of Sid Charlton. That'll bring in Lily Bowen.
Looked like she just rushed her throw a little bit. She had some time, and she wanted to make that smooth, quick transition and move on. And so that throw kind of took Van Horn off the bag just a little bit, was able to recover.
Bowen grounded to James to start a double play, her first time up, and takes a ball low to start her second bat of the ball game. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, base is empty. Up high, 2-0. Bowen all the way back in the batter's box, which is pretty well disappeared. That one misses way outside, 3-0. Bowen hit the ball really hard the first time.
Yeah. Right at Kenzie James. And so knowing that, you want to be careful if you're Harris, but got to find the strike zone first.
There's the strike called over fastball to 3-1. Avery game on flew out to center field. Time up. James playing a really deep second base. The 3-1 to Bowen is ball 4 and actually goes through Morris's legs back to the screen, but she'll stop at first and be replaced by a courtesy runner. That looks like Sadie Barnes.
2-out walk isn't what you're wanting here, especially after giving up 1 run earlier in the inning, but wanting to put an end to things with Gam at the plate. She flied out to center field her last at bat.
Player straight away in the outfield, and that is a strike off the outside corner. That expanded zone comes back. 0-1. The next is ripped to center, and it'll get down. They had to stop the runner at second base, as that one just got out there in a hurry. There's 2 on with 2 outs. 2-0 Bowling Green. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That'll bring in Dean, who walked and was stranded at second her first time up. Took a ball on 3-2 to get the free pass, and this one's up high.
Harris has some time to adjust here, especially getting near the bottom of your lineup. You want to settle in and get back out of this inning.
That one fouled back to the screen, and I think that hit the bare hand of Carrington Morris. You can't help but reach out. But, yeah, she took that.
Her fingers are probably numb right now. Not a good feeling.
Home plate umpire gives her a little time to get back in the ball game.
No pitch clock.
I think even in the majors,
you get some time.
2023, yeah, you go out and you sweep off that plate. There's a swing and a miss. Pulled the string on her a little bit, 1-2. If I see one of those, though, go off the catcher's throwing hand, I'm running on the very next pitch.
Oh, I would too. Like, sorry you're hurting, but I would like third base now, please.
That one misses that outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 runners aboard. That's Deuces Wild. And number 2 at the plate. The 2-2 is hit in the air toward the gap, and that is over the head of Grunewald, and will go to the wall. 2 runs are going to score. It's going to be a 2 RBI double and a 4-0 Bowling Green lead on the hit by Carly Dean.
They've plated 3 runs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and the last 2 runs come with 2 outs. So that's big, and that's clutch, and that's exactly what you want in an AMBO conference battle like this.
So those are the first runs batted in today. Out of the 4 runs, the first 2 were unearned.
Yeah, before that, Liv Dawson was just putting pressure on, and the errors are what gave Bowling Green that 2-0 lead, and now big bat from Carly Dean to knock in 2 more.
And that called a ball on the first pitch to Megan Graver. She was a strikeout victim her first time up. Swung and missed on a 2-2 pitch.
Big swing there.
1-1 on a swing and a miss. Runner at second, 2 down. That one called a strike. Kind of froze her, buckled the knees a little bit there with that pitch.
I think she was looking out.
Just slowly inched across the inside corner. Now they set up outside, and they hit the spot. It was off the back of the plate. Called strike 3. Second strike out of Graver. Bowling Green strains a runner at second, but plate 3 and now leads Silex after 3, 4-0 on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by All Parts, Eagles Nest Inn, Bed and Breakfast, and Sun Window Company. Another sports season is upon us, and Knight Equipment in Bowling Green would like to wish the best of luck to all area athletes on and off the field, serving Bowling Green and the surrounding areas since 1945.
It's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Top of the fourth inning, and it's Austin Van Horn who catches Sid Charlton sleeping. First pitch, she lines that down the third baseline, and that is a single. That ball was hit hard.
It was, and right off the bat, first pitch swinging, and just took it back the way she came. Right under the glove of, like you said, Sid Charlton at third base.
So a single to start. That brings in Carrington Morris. She's first pitch swinging as well. She fouls it back towards the screen. 0-1 to count.
Morris popped out in foul territory to the first baseman her first time up.
The 0-1 pitch from Graver. This one is taken inside for a strike. 0-2. I don't think that swinging first pitch is necessarily a bad approach, especially with the spin that you're going to likely see later in the count from Graver. Most likely, that's going to be the best pitch you're going to see. 0-2, this one is hit high into center field, backing up on it, and she's there to make the catch. It's Brooke Hickerson. So fly out to center for Morris, and going back to first base is Van Horn.
What'd you have to take, 2 steps forward?
She did. She was positioned pretty well. I'm sure that's what Coach Matt Jane was talking to her about. First pitch swinging as well. I think it's their new approach. Grinewald at the plate. She was issued a walk her last at bat. And 0-1 is the count.
She almost got hit by a ball coming back into the home plate umpire.
0-1 count. This one is fouled back towards us. Stick your glove out. Oh, well, there was a small child that did not move enough. I got very scared for her, so I'm glad that she's okay.
Well, she's doing pommel first.
Parkour. 0-2. And catches are looking on the outside. And snap back throw to first base, not in time. Van Horn's in, but Grinewald's out and on the strikeout.
Second out.
And Rylan pitcher.
Who had a sacrifice bunt her first time up. Can't do that here with 2 outs. Gave Van Horn time to clean out her belt there.
The next pitch from Graver, big swing and a miss, and throw down is a nice one, and not in time. That was a very odd call from the umpire. Did you see his hands and how he gestured out?
He's always interesting.
It was almost like a punch out, but it was also a safe call.
One of the most colorful umpires we have around.
Another swing, 0-2. He's a good one, though. Consistent, knows the area, happy to have him. And strike 3 catches her looking as well. We are headed to the bottom of the fourth inning. Bowling Green has the lead over Silex 4-0 on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, Brown's Auto Body Services, and Kearns Construction.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Rick Rodhouse, Country Financial Agent, Noah Builders, and Central State Bank of Illinois.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Bowling Green's leading Silex 4-0 here on Eagle 102. Hayden Chandler, Brooke Hickerson, Liv Dawson. If anybody gets on, it'll be Delaney Feldman. So an 8-9-1 for the bottom of the fourth. Bowling Green plated 1 run in the first inning, no runs in the second, and then in the third inning, the bottom of the third inning, they put up 3 runs. So 4-0 is our score.
We got 2 great arms from behind the plate, and actually pretty surprised that we have a stolen base in this ballgame.
I am too, and I think it's risky to run on either catcher, especially whenever you have a tight game like this, and you know going into this game that it's going to be a tight one. So first pitch to Hayden Chandler is taken for a strike. We've talked about that outside corner. He was generous once again there.
He's getting more generous, I think, as the game goes on.
I say a bigger zone is nice because it challenges hitters to swing. And this one is swung on. First baseman Van Horn, once that she catches that ball in foul territory, it's first out of the bottom of the fourth.
We've had a few of those. A couple by Silex. Now the Lady Owls able to cash in on a little flare in foul territory to the first baseman.
Hickerson was a strikeout victim her last at bat. That one too far out, so it is called a ball. 1-0.
Yeah, if you hit the target on the outside, doesn't matter how far you are.
Yeah.
You're going to get the call, but if you reach for it a little bit.
Yeah, if the catcher's not moving, you should be pretty good on that home front. 2-0, the count now to Hickerson. Bottom of the lineup for Bowling Green. Delayed swing there as that ball was diving down towards the middle of the plate. 2-1.
Yeah, she decided right before the dive there.
The ball gets away from the catcher Morris, but I think may have got crossed up on pitches. 3-1. She was sitting low in, and that ball ran out and low.
3-1.
Can't come back. Free base issued to Hickerson.
She's got lots of speed in that number 9 spot. And now Dawson, who has a double and a triple, needs that home run and the single. She's
cycle
halfway
watch.
to the cycle, yeah.
Somebody else from Bowling Green had one last week where it was like, okay, you've done the 2 very impressive things. No, it was from Palmyra. Snap back throw to first base. It gets away from the first baseman, Van Horn. Recovered quickly by Jensen. Hickerson got dirty. She's back in there safely. Yeah, there was the leadoff batter for Palmyra the other day had a home run. She had a double. I think by the end of the game she had a single. We were just missing that triple.
Well, that's the hardest one to get.
Especially on a softball field. This one's fouled back towards us.
We're getting pummeled up here in the broadcast booth tonight.
I don't know what we did to them, but they've taken issue with us today. Both sides.
You know, if I catch it, I'm not giving it back.
It's yours.
Yeah.
We're going to autograph it. That's the only way I think I would. This one is skipped in the dirt off the chest guard of Morris, taking second base easily as Brooke Hickerson as that ball skidded away down that third base line.
2-1 count now to Dawson, and she has a chance for her first RBI of the game.
Next pitch, this one lined hard but foul down the right field line.
Brought out the tomahawk for that one. Up in her eyes, which is at the belt for most players.
Smaller zone, so you do have to work a little bit. But that inside pitch seems to be what Harris is kind of clinging to. But that's what Dawson is spoiling. This one fouled high in the air, and it'll stay in play. Getting under it to make the catch is Morris. Looked like it had some spin that may take it over the fence.
Came back to her. And she was able get her body turned around to where she could watch that into her glove that time. Had that one skip off earlier. She almost caught it between her knees, but wasn't able to hold on.
Showed her athleticism. First pitch swung on and missed by Feldman.
She is struck out and had a sacrifice.
Looks like she's backed off the plate maybe just a touch, but still pretty close to the plate and not allowing Harris that inside. Swing and a miss there. 0-2.
Went off speed on her.
That was what she got her on the strikeout with earlier. She'll check her wristband, pick up her rosin bag, and now she's ready to go. Harris to Feldman. Tries to get her to chase on a screwball out.
Doesn't quite get the same action on the outside corner to a lefty that they do on the outside corner to a righty.
And he's setting up similarly to that side. This one is hit hard into center field, getting a good read on it and making the catch to bring it in. It's Sarah Weatherford. We are headed to the top of the 5th inning. Bowling Green leads Silex 4-0 on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Craig's Truck and Tractor, and Woods Smoked Meats.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
Pike County Title Company has been serving Pike County, Missouri and the surrounding area with a proud tradition of excellence since 1893, providing outstanding service and a smooth real estate transaction, and now with 2 locations, Bowling Green off Church Street and now in Louisiana off 4th Street. Pike County Title Company.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Top of the 5th, Megan Graver and the Bowling Green LadyCats are looking to take on the offense of the Silex Lady Owls. It'll be 8-9-1. Maddie Isom at the plate. She fouls the first pitch she sees back to the screen. So that has to be their approach now, swinging first pitch.
Yeah, especially this second or third, about to be third time through the lineup.
Gets her swinging on that inside. May have got a foul tip on it. I think she was looking out. Her swing was for an outside pitch and tied her up on the inside. 0-2.
She fouled it out to the first baseman on the fly ball. Her first and only time up.
Same pitch. Fouls this one back to the net, so they'll try 0-2 again. Coach Matt James bringing a foul ball back out. We've had quite a few foul balls. They've had to do some chasing. So
yeah, most of those have been lived off.
0-2. This one is punched into right field and almost in no man's land, but coming in to make the catch is Claire Bailey.
Bailey got a really good jump on that and hung up just a bit at the end, allowing her to get under it on the run.
That's a tough spot. And we've seen many balls drop in that area just because there's no one that can get to it. Second baseman's got to turn around. Bottom of the lineup for Jensen, and slap defense, she sees strike one.
She has the speed of that second leadoff hitter.
She looked like she wanted to flash a bunt, pulls it back. It's still called for a strike. 0-2.
She thought it was a little up.
She's got to protect here. As Graver's looking to attack this bottom half of the lineup. Swung on, missed. She went upstairs. That's another strikeout for Graver.
First 2 are retired. Neither side has had a 1-2-3 inning, and it's going to be tough in this half inning as well because Weatherford has been on base twice. She has all the hits, actually 2 of the 3 hits for Silex.
She's seeing the ball well off Graver. As we mentioned, that approach has changed for Silex. Let's see if she's singing strike one. Woo! Line drive right to the second baseman, Avery Gam. And we talked about how far in she was shifted. That was a hot off-the-bat hit. She was right there. She made the catch on the line drive. We are headed to the bottom of the fifth. 4-0 our score. Bowling Green leads Silex on Eagle 102.
Game of coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Bibb Veach and Collier Funeral Homes, and Kayla Caldwell, certified financial planner with Edward Jones.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Bowling Green hosting Silex in an EMO conference match today. Bowling Green currently has the lead 4-0, and the LadyCats will look to extend that lead. But if you're Silex, you're hoping to put no more. They don't want any more runs on the board for them. They want to come in and score whenever they're on offense.
Yeah. A run in the first, 3 in the second. Most of that from the aggressiveness of Dawson at the top of the lineup.
Yeah.
So I said we didn't have a 1-2-3 inning. Now we've got a 1-2-3 inning. Let's see if
you're
Silex
speaking it into existence.
Yeah.
Leading things off, Sid Charlton. She had a ground ball to the second baseman, Mackenzie James, her last at bat. This one is fouled out of play. So that'll be strike one.
She reached on an error by the right fielder that drove in Dawson back in the first inning.
Battle in the sun was the outfielder. This one's lined hard back at the pitcher. Gets a glove on it, can't recover. Third baseman Maddie Isom picks it up, throws the ball over to first base. Sid Charlton is in there safely.
Yeah, that ball just died once it hit the glove of Harris, and nothing anyone else could really do about it.
At first base is Sid, and at the plate it's Lily Bowen.
Your best shot at that one is to try and barehanded if you're the third baseman.
They're going to snap throw back to first base. Charlton is in there safely.
Pitch was a ball.
So are we calling that a single? That ball was hit hard, I was going to say.
Yeah, it's a single all the way.
Swung on and missed by Lily.
She walked and scored her last time up, or her courtesy runner scored in her place. Sadie Barnes.
Lily digs back in on the right-hand side. She's waving at that pitch that continued to carry on the outside. 0-2.
1-2.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Signs of a good mix of pitches from Harris. 1-2, runner at first. This one is lined to the first baseman. Van Horn makes the catch and then quickly runs Sid Charlton back to first.
One on, one out now for Gam, who has a single and a fly out to center. Run scored as well.
Next pitch from Harris. This one is popped high on the infield, yelling about who wants it, and it's Abigail Mooney who makes the catch. 2 outs.
Back-to-back infield pop-ups, and that means that the LadyCats are a little off balance.
Yeah, it seems like she's catering to that outside, especially for those right-hand hitters, but she's elevating it, and all they're doing is getting right under it.
Carly Dean had a 2-run double her last time up, a ball that just kept carrying out to left field and over Grunewald.
1 ball, no strikes on the batter. That one way out of the zone and looked like a pitch out as well as a nice throw back to first base. They're really nervous about Sid over there.
They're trying to keep her at first base here with 2 outs. They don't want her taking second.
2 outs, Dean at the plate, runner at first base. 2-1 the count.
Yep, just nice, easy pitch. Caught the outside corner. Do you see a lot of softball pitchers using rosin?
I always did. It just depends on how much you sweat. Swung on and missed, 2-2. I did not like the feeling of any moisture, so I used rosin, but I was the only person on my college pitching staff that did. And then there was days where it'd be so hot that they'd want to use it. And goes down swinging. Nice pitch on the outside from Harris. We are headed to the top of the 6th. Bowling Green leads Silex 4-0 on Eagle 102.
Game of the week coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by MASH, Pike County Glass, and Hayden's Motorsports Center.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Clarbrun Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Our agency is currently looking to hire multiple positions: RNs, LPNs, CNAs, physical therapist assistants, and breastfeeding peer counselor, all from full-time to part-time to contracted. Please visit our website at www.pikecountyhealth.org for more information and to apply online.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
The Lady Owls will send 2-3-4 to the plate. Kuntz, Mooney, Van Horn. If anybody gets on, it'll be Morris swinging at the first pitch up in the zone.
Now we gotta go back to this rosin thing. Now, did you also use sunscreen, ma'am? Was there sticky stuff?
There was no sticky stuff.
What was your spin rate?
I'm going to be investigated. That one's fouled out of play. They'll try 0-2 again. Yeah, no. I don't like sunscreen. I'll tell you that. Now, what is it? The spider tack?
Yeah?
Yeah, you didn't ask me about that.
Yeah. That stuff's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Swing and a miss. Another big strikeout for Megan Graver. First out of the top of the 6th inning.
7th strikeout for Megan Graver in this contest.
Brings in Abigail Mooney.
She was a strikeout victim her last time up. Has also popped out to the second baseman.
This one lined through the 5-6 hole. That'll be a single for Mooney.
Her first hit of the afternoon. Pretty much has guided that one through the hole between short and third.
Kind of an inside-out swing. A 1-out single for Mooney to bring the 4th spot.
Sound off the bat, didn't it?
It did. This one is fouled back towards us. And those 2-part bats, it really depends on where you hit the ball off that barrel, or if you hit it off the barrel at all.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a weird spot if it gets in on your hands.
Goes chasing upstairs, 0-2.
What do we have, freshman football going on behind us?
If it's, I think it's middle school because it's Tuesday.
The JV game went forever last night.
Swing and a miss, way out of the zone. Looked back like she had been caught, put her hand in the cookie jar. Like, no one saw that, right?
Yeah, she did a full swing and then it acted like she get held up. Both teams, they win like 44 JV game.
This is a foul ball that takes Delaney Feldman down the line over her head. She's able to make the catch in foul territory. We are headed to the bottom of the 6th inning, 4-0 our score on Eagle 102.
Game of the week coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by J. Roberts Jewelry, Pike County Title Company, and Gambino's Eatery.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at Bowling Green as the LadyCats welcome in the Silex Lady Owls. 4-0 is our score. 1 run came in the first for Bowling Green. They put another 3 runs up in the third, but that's been the story so far.
Yeah, not much going on other than that. Some good pitching on both sides. A couple of errors extended that both the first and third inning and allowed them to get all 4 of their runs. 2 of them go down in the book as earned runs, but the inning should have been over by that point.
Yeah, so 4-0 is not necessarily a feat where it's like, oh, we're not going to be able to overcome this, but 2-0 looks a little bit better, and it's a little bit better for an offense that's competing against Graver. But looking to put up another 0 this inning, it'll be Harris still in the circle for the Silex Lady Owls. 7, 8, 9, and had a little bit of trouble with that 9 spot and 8 spot a little bit earlier in the game, but it'll be Graver, Chandler, Hickerson. So let's see what Harris can do here.
Megan Graver's due. She's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging so far.
Megan gets in the back of the box, so a little bit different than her teammates. And she sees the first pitch in the dirt.
I think she started her with the ball both at bats so far.
She's come back to get the strikeouts both times.
This game has flown by.
Yeah, quick game. 1-0 pitch. This one is popped in the air. First baseman wants it. Van Horn's there. She makes the catch in foul territory. We have had so much action at first base today.
Around first base. Chandler had a single back in the second inning, and then fouled to the first baseman her last at bat. That was in the bottom of the 4th inning. So she's been in on that.
First pitch low and inside for ball 1.
Did our home plate umpire just flinch?
He did.
He didn't think Karen Morris was gonna snare that?
No, he had no faith in her. If I was Morris, I'd be turning around and being like, hey, come on. This one is also lined to the first baseman.
Fair territory this time.
Yeah, fair territory this time. She didn't have to move too much. She maybe came in 2 steps. That's out number 2.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter in that 9 spot. And Emma Niemeyer will be the batter. Saw her hit a grand slam here last season.
We did. I remember that. She was so excited running around the bases. That was a good time. Haven't seen very many home runs this year. I think I've seen 2.
Yeah, it's been a kind of a down year for power around the area.
I don't know that I've seen one of our area teams hit a home run. I know I saw Palmyra last week. I want to say I saw one earlier in the season, but want to say it was a non-conference opponent. Ball 1 outside, taken in that left-hand side batter's box. Niemeyer bats from the right side. Where's number 21? She lines this one into right. It drops in. She's going to have to hustle down the line. It's coming in quickly was Jensen. She's in there safely. A single to right field for Emma Niemeyer.
And spoils the opportunity for the 1-2-3 inning, and she'll be lifted back in as Hickerson. So back to the top for Liv Dawson, who's 2 for 3. Don't think she's going to have the chance for the cycle today.
No, I don't think so. Not with getting to this position and a lead for Bowling Green. She flashes bunt, pulls it back. They're going to throw down to first base. Brooke Hickerson is in safely. That was a late call, but she's in there. That's a smart move, and I saw some catchers doing it last week as well. As soon as somebody's put back into a ball game or put in to run, check on them over there.
Yeah.
This one is under the glove of the first baseman, Van Horn. Liv Dawson's into first base safely. So runners at first and second now.
So now she's a home run short of the cycle.
Bowling Green would have to turn this lineup over to even give her an attempt. 4-0 our score.
Outs, yeah.
Delaney Feldman at the plate. That one low. Was waiting to see if the umpire was going to give her the call or not, because that pitch has kind of went both ways today. 1-0.
Fell out of the glove of Morris.
This one lined into left field and making the catch on the run. It's Grindelwald. Big catch there. She probably saves a couple of runs. 4-0 is our score. Bowling Green has the lead over Silex. They'll look to bring this one home in the top of the 7th on Eagle 102.
Game of coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Bill Allen Auction Services, and Knight Equipment Company.
The Eagle's Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana is back, now operating under new ownership. The Eagle's Nest Inn B&B is happy to once again provide a charming and inviting lodging experience for your family, friends, and business guests. For reservations, visit eaglesnestinbb.com or call 573-725-5108. Looking forward to serving you. The Eagle's Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Louisiana.
Brown's Auto Body on Highway 54 in Louisiana is here for all your auto body needs. They work with all insurance companies and are happy to help you navigate through the process. Brown's Auto Body is also a proud supporter of area athletes, wishing them all the best of luck throughout the season.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, State Farm agents, Pepsi, and Ackles Farm Market.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
7th inning here in Bowling Green. The LadyCats lead the Silex Lady Owls by a 4-0 score. Quick ball game, Maddie.
It's been a really quick ball game, and it's been an interesting one at that. I thought that both teams have played extremely well, and so Bowling Green just coming out on the side where they've taken advantage of a couple of errors. So they'll look to hold on here, but Silex has the offense to still be in this ball game.
I don't know. What was it? Taking advantage of errors or taking advantage of the potential of an error, and then it worked out for them? Because that second run could have been stopped at third base, but it was just so much pressure put on, and there's a swing and a miss by Grunewald as we're underway here in the top of the 7th. So Silex needs 4 to continue this game. That one taken in the dirt, goes through the legs of Bowen behind home plate. 1-1 the count. Silex has not had a base runner get past second in this ball game. This one chopped to the third baseman. Up with it is Charlton. Throw over in time. 5-3 on the putout, and Silex down to their last 2 outs.
Good play by Sid. That was a slow roller, and as we mentioned, the speed that up and down the lineup Silex has. You know you're going to have to be quick. She makes a strong throw over to her first baseman, Delaney Feldman. She makes a good stretch and is able to hold on for the out.
Grody batting for the pitcher, singles into center field on the first pitch. So Julia comes in and gets Silex some hope here, and Maddie Isom will be the batter. She's 0 for 2 with a couple of pop-outs. One to right, one to the first baseman in foul territory. So she's gone opposite field both times without any success, and there's a swing and a miss. Grody, the runner at first, here with 1 out, and this one popped up mile high. It'll reach the seats.
Oh.
Front row and got somebody.
Yeah. I think she thought it was going to clear her head.
Yeah. I think it got her shoulder or.
It hit the top of her knee.
Oh, okay.
That was a really loud thud.
0-2 the count to Isom. Looking for her first hit today. Pitch, fouled out of play. Look out.
And a JV player was almost sniped over here.
Yeah. Still an 0-2 count to Isom with Isom on deck.
As the Sun decides to give players another battle, throws down to first base.
Yeah, back in safely is Grody. A ball and 2-strike count to Isom. And now Coach Smith come out of the dugout, pull in the entire infield. Outfielders will have their own conversation there in center. There's a lot of outfield speed.
Yeah. They moved in really quickly. I think they were collected a little bit faster than the infield.
Yeah. Everyone back to their positions now. Actually, that's not Isom. It's number 15, Olivia Mailer. And she reaches out, puts this one into right. Making the catch is Bailey for the second out. So Mailer is retired.
Oh, that's out number 3.
That was. What happened to the
What happened to
previous
Maddie
batter?
Isom? I don't think anybody knows.
That's interesting.
She
fouled one off.
Yeah, it was a foul ball, and then
Did they say maybe that she was out of the batter's box and called her out?
That's could be a possibility.
I could say.
Yeah.
As Mailer lifts one to right and ends the ball game. It was so nonchalant on the field, and we saw Craig Smith go out, but the ball game is over.
Like, what do you mean that's out number 3? It
4-0 is our final. What an awkward ending to this broadcast. We'll be back with the postgame show for you after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
When you're looking for a taste of Italy in Pike County, visit Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana, just a block from the riverfront on 3rd and Georgia. Create your own pasta dish. Experience the Gambino family recipe meatballs in a toasted garlic bun. Or enjoy some Italian wine with friends while indulging in cannoli dip with cinnamon sugar chips. Italian-American cuisine that's sure to tantalize your taste buds. Gambino's Eatery, 3rd and Georgia, downtown Louisiana.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the Just Talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey, Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just going to go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, visit People's Savings Bank. The people you know and trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's homegrown season at Ackles Farm Market in New Hartford, Illinois. Stop by and grab your fresh tomatoes, zucchini, yellow squash, peppers of all colors, Georgia sweet corn, and green beans. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54, between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
Final score in this one, Bowling Green defeats Silex 4-0, a home conference win. Is what, the 10th of the season for the LadyCats?
It is, and so they picked up win number 10. They're now 10-3, and they've had a really successful season. And last year when we look back, I mean, it was a slow start, I think, for Bowling Green. You didn't see as many wins rack up as quickly as they have this year, but this year they seem to be pretty dominant.
Yeah, and it really starts in the circle and moves out from there. Graver has been dominant again, which is pretty standard for her. You got Dawson, who can just eat bases from the top of the order, and you get hits and sacrifices in there as well.
Yeah, their offense has done a really good job of coming through this year, and I think that last year they were really relying on maybe one or two girls, but it seems like they're getting contributions from up and down the order, and they're having people on base, and those people have speed, and they've taken advantage of those extra bases, and so I think things have really come together for Bowling Green this year, and I think that's why they look different this year than they did last year too.
Yeah, and on the other side, Rylan Harris, great pitching performance. Defense let her down early. I thought it got better as the game went on, but they couldn't push across a run. They leave 6 runners on base in this game.
And not to take away from Megan Graver, but it just seemed like the approach from Silex was kind of lacking. I think that they were kind of threatened by the speed. They had prepared for the speed, but they didn't prepare for the pitches that were coming with it. And so their approach was to just sit fastball. And whenever they made the adjustment of going out there and swinging at that first pitch fastball, you saw a lot better approaches at the plate from those girls. But before that, they were just swinging out of their shoes, just trying to make contact with something.
LadyCats are running the first 3 more in the third. That was all we had in this one. 4-0 our final, and we'll wrap up this postgame for you next on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, the Mercantile Bank, and Pepsi.
On every journey, you should enjoy peace of mind. I'm Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We take pride in keeping you protected. That's why we offer discounts for good students, safe driving, and more. Trust us to look out for the road ahead. For a free insurance quote on your home, auto, farm, or ATV needs, give myself or
Shelley Clucky
a call today. Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV? What? Oh, no way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen.
Brought to you by Shelter Insurance. See me, Ashley Jenkins, for a free personal protection review.
With 14 stores across Missouri and Illinois, La Crosse Lumber Company provides lumber, quality products, and service to homeowners, builders, DIYers, and more. With some of the top brand names in the business available, La Crosse Lumber has what you need for your next project. Stop into any location for a free estimate before you start your next build. La Crosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
4-0 our final. Bowling Green over Silex here this afternoon. Mark Fronick, Maddie Ingram wrapping things up here from Bowling Green. Final pitching numbers. Harris takes the loss, allowed 4 runs, 2 of those earned on 7 hits, struck out 5 and walked 3 in the ball game. And Graver, she strikes out 8, allows 5 hits, just 1 walk, no runs, no earned runs in the 4-0 shutout victory.
Yeah, it was a good game, I think, in the pitcher's circle. And as we mentioned, Bowling Green put the pressure on and made it and kind of forced Silex to either make the play or make the error. And that's when they took advantage of it. But 2-0 is a little bit different than 4-0. 4 runs by any means is not enough to be like, oh, we would have never been in this ball game. But I thought that Silex played really well and stayed in this ball game. You eliminate a couple of those errors and capitalize on the runners that you had in the scoring position. This looks like a completely different game.
At the same time, a great play by Kenzie James at second base keeps it a 4-0 game. That could have been a really big inning, but she not only snares that ball at second, but starts the 4-6-3 double play to get out of that jam early.
Yeah, and Grinewald also did the same later in the game with 2 outs, and you have runners at first and second base, and a big hit going down the line. She was able to make that stop over there and kept no runs from scoring and got out of the inning. So that was, heads-up defense by both James and Grinewald, and that was a big difference in this game as well.
Where are we going to be on Thursday? Back to Wallace Memorial Park?
We will, and it'll be the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs taking on Ellsbury. So this is a game I'm super excited about because Ellsbury and Louisiana have already played each other this year, and it was in that Ellsbury tournament.
Yeah, the championship game, wasn't it?
Yeah, and so 5-4 was the final score. Last year, you had a one-run game. A couple of times against Ellsbury, Louisiana has been able to compete with them, and I think that they're going to do the same tomorrow night behind their home crowd. I think that gives them a little bit of an edge, so we'll see what that game has in store for us, but I think that'll be a good one.
Are the Ellsbury Lady Indians just the queens of one-run softball games?
Oh my gosh, I think so, because I think every game that we have done for Ellsbury over the last year or so has been like a one-run game every single time.
This one had the makings of it. It was 1-0 after one, but Bowling Green added 3 more in the bottom of the third and beat Silex 4-0. And that will wrap things up here from Bowling Green High School on a Tuesday. For Maddie, I'm Mark saying we'll see you Thursday for more softball right here on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.